carry now for Alex Collins. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Eight yards to go here on 2nd down. The play clock's running down. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. And again, it's Collins. And, oh, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Third and long for Joe Flacco. And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 23 yards on the play. Fresh set of downs here. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Flacco here on 2nd down. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
Well, they certainly didn't waste any time throwing some deep passes here. But the defense, it wasn't unexpected. They told their secondary, be ready. You're going to be tested all night by this team.
Ten yards to go on 3rd. Macklin, the man in motion.
Hey. Got three down.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the... So here we go, 1st and 10 now. This is Collins on the toss. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They'll send Macklin in motion left. This is Collins on the handoff. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Here's Flacco. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Brooks Reed in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Flacco and the Ravens now, after the sack, need something good here on 3rd and long. Macklin, the man in motion. To pass, Flacco. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Give to Collins, and I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. Flacco looks to throw. And he's got room. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it's a 2nd down. On 2nd down, Collins. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. They run with Woodhead. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Falcons taking over on offense in just a second. And, you know, this year ended In disappointing fashion now. Last year was the ultimate version of heartbreak. But if you're a Falcon fan, was this one was tough to swallow as well, wasn't it?
It certainly was because, let's be honest about it, losing in the Super Bowl, I don't care how you lose, you were in the Super Bowl. You were playing for it all. This team was supposed to be as good or better. Ultimately ended up 10-6, found their way in the playoffs, but didn't get the deep run as they had the year before. So you're exactly right. For Falcons fans, that's a tough one. But this is a team that's built to be good for a long time.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Second and 10 now. Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. The 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 75 yards. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. And this one's incomplete. Well, taking a step back, and we look league-wide for a second. On Tuesday the 16th, Pro Football Writers Association named the all-rookie team. Who was on the ledger?
Well, let's start with the headliners. Let's start with the Offensive Rookie of the Year, Alvin Kamara, running back from Tennessee, third-rounder with the New Orleans Saints. And Marshawn Lattimore, their first pick in the first round this past season, a cornerback out of Ohio State, the Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, and Kamara shared that offensive honor with Kareem Hunt. What a year he had.
I mean, when you put it all together, at one point you thought Kareem Hunt was just running away with this thing. Remember, they got off to a 5-0 start, and he was essentially setting rookie records every week he played. And then Kamara and the Saints with a late rush made it a tie. Both of them well-deserving.
The Ravens on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Halfback sent in motion. Third down, Flacco from the gun. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Sam Cook now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Fielded at the 33. He will not go down.
Have to retape those ankles.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. the handoff. It's Freeman. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 31 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On first down, Flacco. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
Incomplete on first down. Now Flacco on second. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Throwing here on first down. Flacco finds his man. Watson over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. First and 10 here for Flacco. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On second down, Flacco to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. Macklin, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. But not to get too overcritical there, because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
From the gun, Flacco completes it to Danny Woodhead. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the offense has it first and 10. Now it's Flacco. And this is caught. Jeremy Macklin. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. We have hit halftime. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay. Positive. Stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now on the end around. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Second down, Flacco now. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
They'll send Macklin in motion left. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Rolling the dice on 4th, Flacco. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brooks Reed coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now a play fake here on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he'll be knocked down sideways, right around the 26. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Flacco, he's going to rifle one deep. He's got a man, complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now Flacco. Flush to his right. And some room to work. Space to run past the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now Collins. Take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins from 17 yards out. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 7 yards to go on 2nd down. And the D looking like they may blitz. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. C.J. Mosley leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. Finding Gabriel complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on first down? Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now a toss. This is West. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. It's West again, finding room to the 20, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. In the red zone this time. They go play action here on first down. They'll buy some time right. And he'll find a man. That's Macklin. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more on that one and another first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Play action, Flacco. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Trying to punch it in with Collins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And now the Ravens, they're just a 2-point conversion away from tying this up. Tucker now to add the point after. And this is now a 1-point game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for a 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Freeman again, a first down carry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 25 yards to pick up there and also a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside, they can run a play down.
Well, nobody leaked. Big play. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Ryan now off the bootleg. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Here's Coleman on the toss. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Shift together here from the D-line. 2nd down, goal to go from the 6. Now it's Freeman. Showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here?
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The drive starts with a run by Collins. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. They go again with Collins. And some room to maneuver. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll look to throw. Now he's flushed out left. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call. And
you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
So now a 1st and 20. And the back goes into motion. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Macklin, the man in motion. He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Freeman again. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Jones will come now in motion right. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play.
Okay, I was gone for a minute, but I'm back.